Bitcoin drops back below $100,000 yet again today. And like I said in my video yesterday, this 50 weekly moving average is the most important indicator that we can be paying attention right now to give us the best idea on what way Bitcoin will move going forward, whether that's up or down, and inevitably dragging the rest of the market with it, except privacy coins because those are pumping. Um, but right here, you can see that we dropped back below this 50 weekly moving average yesterday, came all the way down, and then went right back up to it and kind of got rejected and shot back down. So right now it is showing that we are using this 50 weekly moving average as resistance, which is not a good sign. Now, I think the biggest key here is going to be over these next couple days, and specifically leading into Sunday, where the weekly candle closes, if we stay below this point. And with today being Friday and no signs of the government opening back up, I don't know if there's going to be any catalyst that makes that happen, and shoots us back above this 50 weekly moving average. So if we don't do it, if there's just not a natural move to put us back up above it, and we close the weekly candle below it, you could start to see some pretty decent sell pressure happening on Bitcoin, and eventually, inevitably, I should say, bringing the rest of the market down with it. On some smaller trends, you can kind of look at over here. We have a little bit of a double bottom right here, and that typically results in prices going back up. Obviously not guaranteed, but there's little macro things that are happening, that could, start to indicate the market moving one way or another. But like I said, the biggest thing right here is this 50 weekly moving average. So in my opinion, and what I'm doing is just taking a deep breath, and I'm just going to be patient here. I'm not making any sudden moves. I'm not like going all in. I'm not selling everything. I'm not going to do anything too extreme, until I get some sort of idea on what way this market's going to go. So right now, for me, the name of the game is just patience, just waiting, seeing how Bitcoin reacts with this 50 weekly moving average. My plan is patience. I thoroughly believe if you're patient and you make the right move at the right time instead of doing things on impulse, you are always way more likely to end up in the better spot. And why do I bring that up? Because I think the things that really end up moving this market are the macro events that are, happening at the current time, and paying attention to the macro events that are bound to happen in the future, whether that's a couple weeks or a couple months. And the biggest thing that's going on right now is this government shutdown. And I completely agree with this post from Lark Davis, from the White House advisor, that says the economy will recover once the government reopens. So much liquidity is being held from the market because of so much of the government supports the economy, that nothing's going to move upwards in a major way until this government opens back up. Now, I said I believe that the government would open by the end of this week, and I genuinely thought that was true, but it looks like we're going into next week. Hopefully, these guys can just come together and just open the government back up. And when that happens, liquidity will start pouring back into the economy. People will get paid and money will come out. Now, it's not going to be an instant thing. Because of the length of this shutdown, it really might end up taking, a couple weeks before things start coming back to a normal level. But that will be the catalyst to get things to start moving in that direction. And another point I wanted to make here is obviously October ended up being just the complete opposite of what everybody thought it was going to be, showing here that the crypto market has lost over 900 billion since October. And I kind of just wanted to flip the coin on this and say, yes, we've lost 900 billion, and there's been 400,000 bitcoins that have been sold in October in the last month, most of those from older long-term holders. Um, and I look at the price point right now and see that Bitcoin's still holding strong at 100,000 after 400,000 Bitcoins have been sold. And I sit back and kind of say, that's impressive. That seems like a strong amount of strength that Bitcoin has, despite the amount of sell pressure that has come in. And I just firmly believe that when the reversal happens, and that's a part of my plan, is that I believe the reversal will happen, things will shoot back up. Another little bit of information here from Lark Davis too is the inflows from the Solana ETFs. I think that's a really good indication of what can happen when the government reopens, the SEC starts going back to work and approves all these altcoin ETFs coming through. You have Litecoin, Cardano, Dogecoin, XRP, all these ETFs. And seeing the success that Solana ETFs have had, it makes me confident on what other ETFs can do and a little bit more bullish on a potential alt season that could happen when these ETFs do get approved, which should happen within a month or two of the government reopening, and also the Clarity Act coming through too. Those are both very important pieces of approvals and legislation to help this crypto market get another leg up. Here's a post here from Alex Becker. Either we die here, or this is the start of the most amazing run of our lives. You have to be willing to accept death to ride to glory here. Now, I think he's being a little bit extreme, but I think that's how Alex Becker is. But the point there is still solid. You have to know what you're doing. Are you riding this all the way no matter what happens? Do you need your money and do you need to sell? Do you have points where you need to go? Regardless of how he phrases it, the point is still there that you need to have a plan and know what you're doing to go through this market unemotional. And I emphasize that a lot on this channel, but I think it's very important. Something I do, it's something I hope you guys do too. And the last little bit here, which I've been jumping onto, is just the amount of liquidations. I said it before and I'll say it again. With this level of liquidations to the upside, I do not see us just leaving that there to just slowly let all these people just continuously make more and more money. And like I said in the video yesterday, this only goes up to 115,000. There are billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of liquidations that are up to $130,000. This is only a piece of the pie. Granted, a good piece, but still, there's much more to the upside that's still there waiting to be liquidated if we make that final move.